Record. Okay.
Awesome.
I'm gonna hand it off to you to start.
Awesome. So I just want to welcome everybody to meal planning. I'm really excited to offer this class because I'm very passionate about nutrition. It is something that has really changed my personal life and my personal health, is getting control over what I eat. And a big part of that is meal planning. And I think the first thing I want to clarify is that meal planning is not always the same as meal prepping. And for a long time, I thought if I was going to meal plan, I had to meal prep, which is where you cook all your food.
I can't get him on.
All your food for the same.
It doesn't give an option to join.
Can you just not click on the link?
There's no link.
There's a link. Have him check Messenger. I sent him a link on Messenger too. Sorry, my dad's trying to join. And he can't join Zoom meetings. I don't understand how this happens. Did you see it in Messenger? I sent the link on Messenger.
It takes him like 5 minutes to open Messenger. But I told him to check Messenger for the link.
So I did send the link on Messenger. So he should have that.
Okay.
All right. So if you know someone's having technical difficulties, they can message me. I have my Messenger up. So anyway, meal prepping is when you make like a week worth of food on Saturday. You take the whole Saturday afternoon, you cook everything and you put them in those little containers. I admire people that do that because it looks so cool when you see their refrigerator full of meals. But that's just not something that works with my lifestyle. And I just want to validate, if you're one of those people that feel like you can't do that, that seems overwhelming, you are not alone, and you can still have success in your nutrition without meal prepping. So, and what you learn in the meal planning, you can use that. If you want to meal prep, you can take that and then do that meal prep. But meal planning is almost just like creating a shopping list. So think of it as planning your grocery list instead of just going to the grocery store and buying whatever strikes your fancy, which is very dangerous. You're planning what you're going to buy at the grocery store. And so I start with my 2B Mindset Tracker. It's really awesome because every week there is 2 pages set up for you to make your meal plan for the day. And you'll see it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it has the meals. It has your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and your snacks. And so I just sit with this and I think, and it also has an area for notes, appointments, and activities. And I feel like that is the key to planning your meals for the week, is look at it. If you have a softball game for your kids at 6:00 on Tuesday, that impacts what I'm going to make, what I'm going to plan. I'm not going to plan to cook some fancy meal that takes an hour of prep work. So for example, my husband loves bulgogi lettuce wraps. It's a delicious meal. It's very healthy. It takes me an hour and a half to cook it. I'm not going to do that on the night that we have a softball game at 6 p.m. I'm going to make taco salad because I can brown the beef and get tacos on the table in less than 30 minutes. And that's what we need for our family. We need something that takes less than 30 minutes. And so for me, that's how I start planning, is I think, what am I going to make based on my family's schedule? Because it has to work for your family. It can't just be like, we're going to cook healthy, and then I pick recipes that take 2 hours to cook, and then my family can't get to softball, or we all go to softball hungry. That's not functional. And then I would end up feeling frustrated because I couldn't succeed. So instead, I pick what I'm going to make. So for me this week, my stove is not working. My stove is broken. We have a new one on order. So I'm planning meals that I can cook on the grill or I can cook in the crock pot and that I can use my microwave for. So I am planning a whole week of meals where I'm not actually using my stove. So for example, today I'm having grilled chicken and grilled vegetables, which I love. I feel like chicken prep can be a little complicated. So I don't plan raw chicken meals on days where I need short time. But today I have my family here. And so I have a little bit more help with the kids. So we're not as rushed in the afternoon. We're not going anywhere tonight. So I have time to cut up raw chicken and cut up a lot of veggies and grill those on the grill. So that's what we're doing. It's a very healthy meal. It's simple. Picky eaters can eat it because if they don't like one of the grilled veggies, they can just eat the grilled veggie that they like, all those sort of things. So that's what I'm doing today. Tomorrow, I'm making beef stew in the crock pot. So I have my beef stew ingredients. I'll throw those in the crock pot in the morning. So a crock pot recipe is a great recipe on nights where you have something planned. You have an event you have to get to, that because you can fix it and forget it. So those good old fashioned fix it and forget it cookbooks. And so that's how I plan my meals. So I start with making my meal plan, and then I turn the page and I make my grocery list. So this 2B tracker walks me through the whole process because then I make my grocery list. So there's my grocery list and it's divided out by the food groups. So then I just look at what I'm making. So if I'm making grilled chicken and veggies on Monday, I know I need to purchase the grilling vegetables. So I put those grilling vegetables on my veggie list and I fill that out. And then for beef stew, the way I make beef stew, I actually use leftover pot roast. So I made pot roast last week. So I use leftover pot roast and I put that in there with just some tomato soup and beef broth and a few extra carrots to fill it out, and we're done. So I like beef stew because I don't even have to buy groceries for that one. So, but then I just go through each meal and I fill out my grocery list. So then I have a grocery list. I go to the store, I buy what's on the grocery list. Much less stress. If you do the click list, it's even easier because you can just sit and put the things on your click list as you get it, and you're done. Your meal plan's done. You have all your groceries, and you feel a lot less stress throughout the week because you've already planned in advance for all the things that you're going to have to do. And another thing I do is I plan when I'm going to eat out. So if I know we eat out on Sunday afternoons, I don't set unrealistic expectations like, oh, I'm going to go out to eat with my family and not eat and I'll just eat at home. I plan on eating out so that I'm not setting an unrealistic goal for myself. I plan on eating out and I plan what I'm going to eat at that restaurant. So that's what I do for meal planning. That's how I meal plan. And so now my sister's going to share some of her tips for cooking for one and planning for one, because that I feel like is something that can be very helpful. Either you're single or you just want to cook for yourself and cook something else for your family. If you have small kids, you don't want to fix, something fancy for them. You just cook their meal and then plan something different for yourself. So she's going to share some of those tips.
Hi, I'm DeLena. I'm Anita's sister. And so I just cook for one person because I'm single. It's me and the two cats. So something that I like to do when I buy chicken thighs or chicken breasts is when I get them home from the grocery store or maybe the next day, I'll go ahead and divide them up into little baggies that I can stick in the freezer because I know I'm not going to eat all my chicken breasts in one day. But if you have a family and you buy those big packs, you can do the same thing. So what I do is I go ahead and divide them up into individual servings in the Ziploc baggies, and I go ahead and season them. And that way I have an idea of what I'm going to be making. So my go-to seasonings are things like soy sauce and fresh ginger, or that squeezed ginger that you buy in the produce section. And I put that in with the chicken and squish it around a little bit. And that's a Asian seasoned marinade. And so I know if I've got 1 or 2 packs of chicken in there, they can go with stir fried vegetables or some other kind of like dish. Sometimes I'll use them with a salad or something. Then I also like using like Greek dressing is another good one, and that goes well with like roasted veggies or even like a Greek salad or something like that too. And then I also will just do like a taco seasoning, or just like a chili seasoning, like chili powder and cumin and a little salt are a good go-to. But salad dressings work really well as marinades too. So if you have a favorite salad dressing, I had like a tomato onion salad dressing that was really nice, and that paired well with a lot of nice things. So I'd go ahead and put the seasonings in the bag or the marinade with the chicken, and then you can just pop them in the freezer, and you can pull them out in the morning before you leave for work, and then you know what protein you're going to have, and you can do it with other things too. But then when you get home, oh, I've got like Asian flavored chicken, so I can do a stir fry, or I can add it to a coleslaw or something like that that has an Asian seasoning too. And speaking of that, I like to do egg roll in a bowl, and I just go ahead and make one big batch. I use the whole bag of cabbage, and then like half a pound of ground turkey or whatever. And then I just put the leftovers in the fridge, or I go ahead and do that after I've gotten my serving out, and then I either have lunch or dinner for another day down the week. As far as like shopping and stuff can be kind of hard, because you're like, I don't know how many veggies to buy, but basically don't go crazy if you're just cooking for one person. Just buy veggies and fruit that you know you're gonna eat that week, because they don't really last. Don't ever freeze cabbage. It just doesn't taste good after you frozen it. So if you get one of those stir fry packs, just go ahead and cook it all up either that day or within 2 days, because they don't last very long. Anything else?
I think that's good. I think Sharon's going to share her tips now.
Yes, no, I love that. And thank you. I didn't know that about cabbage. So I just learned something new as well. And I really appreciate what you said. I think the key with that then is, like Anita was saying, writing out and figuring out that grocery list ahead of time, because I know I'm guilty of that too. When I don't plan, I get excited, and like we all do at some point, and we're like, I'm gonna eat really healthy this week, and you buy all this stuff, and then you realize by the end of the week, like, oh my gosh, there's a brown and mold and all this nasty stuff all over my veggies that I never ate. Because when you don't have a plan, that is where that failure will start to happen. And I say failure, not that you're a failure, but when you fall short and you don't actually follow the plan, because there is no plan. So planning is absolutely why we're talking about this, because otherwise we don't necessarily see that success that we want to see. So I am Sharon. If you don't know me, I am a mom of 5 and a wife. So I don't have time. That's just how I'm going to start this. I'm actually going to share my screen here because this is my, let's see here. Can you guys see my screen? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So this is my go-to because I don't have time. I actually am not a fan of cooking in the kitchen. I ask Anita, like, how do you enjoy this? Because I just don't. I think I just come by it honestly, and that's okay. So for me, simplicity is key. And one of the things that I love about the app that we use, Anita and DeLena and Manuel, and anybody else who's a coach on here. So if you're watching the recording and you're a coach, you already know about this, but we have this app, and it's called Nutrition Plus. And essentially it will plan out all your meals for you. So if you're like me and you don't necessarily like having to go through the meals and figure things out, and you really just kind of want to be told what to do, that's me. This is perfect for that. So I pulled up the To Be Mindset, which is the planner that Anita was showing you. I really love this lady and the healthy meals that she puts out. I know that they are in line with my nutritional goals. And so then I'm able to just pick and choose the things that she's already created for me. And then I can just apply them into my meal plan and then follow the same steps that Anita showed with that planner. So I'm just going to go to the app here, and I'm clicked here on the meal plans and recipes. And when you scroll down, so this is a monthly cost, but you're about to see why it's a monthly cost. So this is a 1 week meal plan 20, which means there are 19 other meal plans for a week that she has posted on here, and we have access to all of those. And so it literally goes through and gives you exactly what to eat at every meal of the day. And it links in. So this apple pie Shakeology, if you click on it, then it links me to the actual recipe. So I'm going to go back to this here. And so it has your breakfast for the week, it has your lunch for the week, and your dinner for the week. I'm telling you, this has been a game changer for me. This has not always been here since I've been a Beachbody coach, but it has completely changed it for me because I don't have to.
Sharon, it's showing us just the splash page for the To Be Mindset. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I wasn't sure, I couldn't, oh, now I can see where it is. So I'm
Okay.
gonna look over here at the screen because that's where it's showing me. So yeah, it breaks down every single day of the week, what it is exactly that you can choose from. And of course, you don't have to follow this. You know, you can do other things. You can go through, and I'm about to show you all the different kinds of recipes that she's created as well. But then, like Anita was saying, with creating that grocery list, if you just follow this week of meals that has been set out for week 20, she writes out, she meaning the nutritionist who's created this, has all the groceries you need just right there. So this is like what Anita does, like times 100 for those of you that are busy or just don't really want to have to think about it. She's already done the legwork for you. So all you have to do is go to the store, or for me, I pay an annual fee for Walmart grocery delivery. And so like Anita was saying with ClickList, which is a Kroger thing, all I do is I sit on the couch in the evening with my kids crawling all over me, and I just go through and I have my grocery list and I just click on everything I need from the app and then tell them to deliver it to me whenever I want it delivered. And for busy people, that is, it's well worth the cost of whatever delivery system you use. It's definitely worth it. If you are the type that just really enjoys going grocery shopping, then that is also wonderful. I just know realistically for me that grocery shopping isn't something that I can do on a regular basis. So I absolutely love that she just creates the grocery list for you. And then say, let me go back to this real quick. Say I'm not really a fan of the Hawaiian pineapple shrimp. So I know that this is a lunch item, and the way that she breaks down each meal, you know that if it's a lunch meal that it's going to fall into the category. And essentially for lunch, it's 50% of your plate is protein. So in that case, it would be shrimp. 25% of your plate is a vegetable, and 25% of your plate is a fiber-filled carb. Is that what it is? Fiber-filled carb, FFC, fiber-filled carb.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry, I can never remember what it is. So that's either a carbohydrate, a fruit, or something that is high in fiber that's going to help with your digestion. So that's how she breaks everything down. So say I'm not a fan of that Hawaiian shrimp, I can go up here and, okay, I'm already on the meal plans and recipes. So I can come down here, click on the lunch tab, and bam, right there. Anything and everything you can think of, she's got a healthy option for you. So let's say, okay, I want this crunchy tuna salad. I click on the PDF right there. There it is, the recipe, everything you need, tips on how to cook it. I mean, I get excited about this because this really is just another level up to help succeed in those meal plans. And like I said, this is an additional cost, but for me, it's worth that additional cost because it's one less thing I have to think about. And my goal in life is to like reduce the amount of like laundry list items that are in my mind. If I can save some time, if I can save some energy and some mind space, that is what I'm all about. And so anyone that I talk to, I advocate this app because it has been a game changer for me. And there are things that I never thought I would even like. Like there's a turkey cabbage sandwich. I am not a cabbage fan, but I tried it because I was like, well, it's healthy and it's veggies most. And so that's the goal, is always to get mostly vegetables in every meal. It was delicious. And I didn't even, like, it tasted so good. I didn't even know that it was a healthy meal, because you have this idea in your mind a lot of times that healthy doesn't necessarily taste good. But that's another level as to why I love this so much, is because it tastes amazing. Like every single recipe that she's put out there for me tastes amazing. And so there's breakfast, there's lunch, there's dinner, there's snacks, there's treats. All of these things are just written out for you. And so, like I said, that's the place that I go, because I don't want to have to go through and make those lists all the time. And it's just been a game changer for me, and it's just kind of lightened the load, which is something that I need in my life, and I'm sure a lot of people do. So that's that. So is there anything that you guys wanted to add to that before I talk about some prizes?
No, I think it's great. And also there's videos. So we didn't talk about recipe videos, but they actually demo live how to make the recipe. So if you're not a cook, if you're not comfortable in the kitchen, you can watch the video 5, 6, 7 times even to make sure you really understand how to make it. And Alana is not a professional chef, so she makes sure that all the recipes are done in a way that a normal person could make them.
Yeah, and with the videos as well, I would also add that there's also educational videos within the app as well, of just like how to be healthy, how the programs work. And this is actually only one of the programs. We have 2 nutrition programs. This is the one that Anita and I follow, but we also have another one that has a completely different slew of recipes. So it's just, again, like well worth, I think it's $20 or $25 a month. I can't remember. I feel like they've changed something. 20?
$19.99.
Okay. And so you get double the amount of recipes that you would get every month. And there's probably 20 to 30 recipes, new recipes each month that get released, in addition to the 20 previous months or whatever of recipes that they've released. So it's phenomenal. It really is.
Yeah. So yeah, and I saw a question about ClickList. So ClickList is Kroger's online ordering application, and I think most grocery chains offer something like that. So ClickList is, I shop at Kroger, but I think Meijer has the same option. Publix probably does too. I don't know about other grocery chains, but I know Walmart. So we mentioned Walmart, Kroger, Amazon, I think, has a grocery option. So lots of different grocery shopping options.
Yeah, and now actually there's also DoorDash really will just go about anywhere for you. So even like Aldi is another one that maybe doesn't necessarily offer a delivery system or a pickup system, but DoorDash will go to those types of places and they'll actually do that shopping for you. So there are tons of options for busy people, for sure. So thank you for seeing that question.
Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions out there, guys? If you want to type them in the chat, I will keep that open for you as well. And I will, let's see. I'm asking all of you to unmute. So if you do have a question, you can chime in and ask. But I'll leave that up to you guys. So as a thank you for all of you who have hopped on live, and then also for those of you who are going to tune into the recording because you weren't able to come on at this time, I have a couple of little goodies that you're going to be entered in to win. So I will definitely let you guys know about that once we do the drawing. So this is a Shakeology shaker cup, and inside I have packed it. It is jam-packed with Energize samplers, which are our amazing pre-workout. You don't get any jitters with them, but it really helps clear your mind and focus. So we have 3 different flavors: fruit punch, mixed berry, and lemon. So I have put those in there. We have our beach bars. So I have the chocolate almond crunch sample there, and then some Shakeology samples as well, just some different flavors for you to test out, just as a thank you for trusting us to educate you a little bit on meal planning and why we love everything about it. So I have 2 of those. Here's the other one. We will be giving those away to 2 lucky winners, one from the recording, one from the live. Stuff that back in there. And then the other thing, we have a 3-day refresh cleanse. It's sealed, so I'm not going to open it because it says don't use it if it's open. So I don't want to freak anybody out if I open it. But that is it's a 3-day cleanse that kind of just like jump starts your journey to like a healthier lifestyle. So if you're looking to start a healthy program, workout, nutrition, things like that, if you want to look more into this Nutrition Plus app that we have, this is a great way to jumpstart it. And so for anyone who decides that they actually want to start their journey with us with what we call a challenge pack, we are going to be entering you in to win this 3-day refresh pack. Like I said, it's a 3-day cleanse. It's not hard on the body at all. It just kind of helps get your body cleaned out from any of those yucky toxins, maybe from unhealthy eating or just lack of exercise or things like that. I absolutely love it. It's super simple, very easy to follow. But we just, again, a thank you if you decide to take that next step and join us on your healthy journey. You're going to be entered in to win that. So I'm trying to think, was there anything else, Anita, that you wanted to share or add to that? Nope. Okay, I don't see any more questions. So unless somebody speaks out, I think that will be the end of our meal planning session. And if you do have any more questions, be sure to reach out to whoever invited you to this session. We would be absolutely happy to help you there. If you are interested in starting a workout and or nutrition plan, be sure to reach out to us as well, because we would absolutely love to get you started, get you entered in for that 3-day refresh, which is a $60 value. So save you some money on that as well. Yeah.
I have a question.
And
Yes. Oh, go ahead, Tina.
So you mentioned that your lunches are 50% protein, 25% veggie, and 25% fiber filled carb. Is that all your meals, or do you have different percentages that you recommend for each meal?
It is different for each meal, and in that that's specific to the To Be Mindset program, and she breaks down why you eat the way you do at each meal. But no, that would just be specific to the lunch.
Yeah, so it's a really cool process of learning how to think about what you put on your plate. It's called the Plate It method. So each meal of the day, you have a different ratio. So it helps you think about why you're eating the different kinds of foods at certain times of the day.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Good. Yep. You were going to say something.
And just as a reminder, fill out that Google form so we can send you your free meal plan. They each have unique recipes, and they're very exciting ways to, if you're just looking to try meal planning, it's a great way to start.
Yeah, good call. So yes, Anita posted that in the chat here within the Zoom link. It is also in the event page on Facebook. She also posted that link in there. If you're having trouble finding that, that's totally fine. Reach out to one of us through text or messenger, and we will be sure to send that over to you, because we would love to, if nothing else, get you hooked up with something free.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hopping on. I can't wait to get in touch with all of you again and just see how we can help you throughout life, because that is our goal.
Yes.
Just to help.
Great.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.